Hello, lovely soul family. It's Breanne here. I hope you guys are all doing amazing wherever you are on this journey. Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Readings with Breanne. I wanted to talk today just about the energies for the month of July. So I've been kind of connecting with the crystal ball and pulling some tarot, and I'm getting a lot of different stuff coming in. So with that being said, we're going to get right into it. But again, please note this is for entertainment purposes. This is based off of my perspective and the energy off the crystal ball and the tarot. So with that being said, it's kind of interesting because for the last week, I wanted to do like a mini dive into Mr. T. Trump with this upcoming sentence, which I just did a small video on the other day. But when I was trying to get that information, a spirit kept talking about a lot about being like the sea, the water. It's like Mother Earth, nature, and certain things that are surfacing, and they kept putting that in there. So a lot of it is like to do with the water and the ocean and the seas out there. So it's kind of interesting because they were bringing that up again. So for the month of July, I was kind of viewing the crystal ball as well, and I was seeing lots of big waves, tidal waves. I'm not sure if these are tsunamis, but a lot to do with water and flooding, for example. So it's interesting with the tarot because I pulled the tarot. Maybe I'll turn this around so you guys can view this as well, or I can share them here. But I had the Empress pop up twice, and I also had the Seven of Cups pop up twice. And I found that to be quite significant because it's like this energy, it's like a muddle of energy, and this Empress is representing the earth. It's Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And Mother Nature is going through some stuff here. A lot of it has been manipulated and, over time, a lot of manipulation, let's say. And what else I seen through the crystal ball is interesting because I seen one, I mean, this isn't new news, but I've seen lots of ships being cloaked by clouds or what looks like clouds. Um, Lots of that was going on in the crystal ball. But something else that I found really unique is I seen these clouds that were almost holographic. And I'm getting this feeling that we're almost going to see this in the skies. It's like clouds that are just full of vibrant color. It's almost like a rainbow cloud. So I seen that very vividly within the crystal ball, along with now I'm having trouble trying to separate these two. I'm not sure if this is so-called certain tsunamis happening that are causing some kind of a devastation, or if this is an earthquake, or maybe this is an earthquake happening in the sea. But Spirit is talking a lot about the seas. Now, let's see, what else were they talking about here? Okay, so something else that they were talking about is something about low, dry heat as well. I was getting those specific words, and again, I mean, it's not where we're now heading into where I am. It's July, it's hot, it's the summer, and every year there's always tons of fires. So this isn't also new news or new updates, but there's definitely a lot coming out from Spirit talking about fires as well. So I feel like there could be quite a bit of a devastation this year with fires. And I was seeing a lot of that being encompassed as well. So it's like a multitude of different things happening with the earth, such as certain catastrophes or certain disasters, such as the certain floodings and tsunamis. So lots of big waves is what I was seeing in the crystal ball. Now, I'm just trying to like organize this because there were so many random things that were coming out, and One other thing, this is quite random. I was trying to get some more information about this. I did pull tarot cards, but it was just on the general energy of July. But Spirit was also talking about a hack, something being hacked. And I feel like this is some kind of large company that it's like something to do with client information, but some kind of big company is like being hacked. Kind of a bizarre statement, but that's kind of something that was coming through Spirit. And they were talking about parrots as well. So I'm not sure if I was trying to quickly look to see if there's a big company, like a big maybe tech company or maybe a medical company that has something to do with like maybe a parrot logo or a parrot somehow integrating with that. So I'm not sure if the parrot's just a symbolism. If you think of the parrots, the vibrant colors, how they like mimic what they hear. So I'm not too sure on the details, but I see something in terms of a hack or some company being hacked, but I think it's going to be something on a larger scale is what it feels like. Let's see what else here was coming out. They were talking about, when they were talking about the hack before, prior to that, they talked about Friday. So I don't know if there's going to be a Friday somehow in the month of July where some kind of news comes out. But they did specifically say that. Now, let's see here. They were also talking about, again, the sea, viewing from the sea. So I'm not sure, okay, it's kind of interesting what I'm kind of getting at too, because they're talking about something being odd. They're saying odd, but odd. Anyway, when I'm getting odd and they're talking about the sea, I'm almost thinking about those, in Florida, it's like certain sea creatures, sea animals are acting odd right now. And I know there was a huge thing. I don't know if this is still happening, but a few weeks ago, because I remember when I was in Hawaii, the sharks, was seeing some videos on how the sharks in Miami were attacking. There was lots of shark attacks or lots of big swarms of sharks. So it's like something about the sea creatures are acting very odd. So something is going on within the sea. And originally I didn't get this word today. I got this when I was about a week ago when they were talking about the sea yet again, and they were talking about vessels, so vessels in the sea. So I feel like there is definitely some kind of something going on in the sea that is causing, for one, these sharks to maybe lash out or to change in their behavior. Something's triggering them. Something odd apparently is triggering them. So kind of some interesting things that were coming out there. The one last thing, okay, there were two more things actually. One, they were talking about storing something. So another thing that I can relate to this for is if there are certain catastrophes, maybe I don't want to go as far as saying catastrophes, but it's like certain parts of the world are going to see some disasters happening. I feel like this could be with weather, such as earthquakes, fires, tsunamis, that sort of thing. It may be a good idea to store certain supplies, certain emergency kits is what I was getting. So that could be something on the back of your minds that might not be a bad idea to store some stuff, just to be kind of prepared for any hiccups or bumps along the way. And then there was one other thing they actually did say side by side, two words. I'm not going to get into it in this because it said the month of August, and it could be taken as a very vague statement, but they were talking about a war as well. So again, I would like to look into maybe August's snapshot of the energy at some point, but I wanted to just look at July. But they did bring up war, and then they brought up the month of August as well. So I'm not sure if there's going to be some kind of a conflict pertaining to the month of August with certain countries. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick look at the tarot and see what's coming up for the month of July here, and go into that. All right, so I kind of have a lot of cards out here. I'll try to adjust and show you guys as we go along here. But it's kind of interesting on the bottom of the deck. I did have the World card pop up, and it's like this energy of kind of like this new world opening up for the collective here, because there's going to be, July is like this. I feel like July is going to be a little bit bumpy. There's definitely going to be some shakeups, some shocking news, a lot of confusion. It feels like a lot. Now, when I say a lot of confusion, I think that's going to go majority, oh my goodness, having trouble with my words here. A majority of people are going to be more confused. The ones that are, it's like that wake up call, you know, it's like people that are kind of just consumed with the news and consumed with their day-to-day life, and they're not looking at it from a bigger picture. There is a wake-up call here, and it's going to confuse a lot of people that, you know, a lot of you guys that are watching this, you guys are going to have a gist of what's going on and the energies, or you wouldn't be looking or searching out this kind of content. So for the majority of people that are maybe kind of, as you can say, sleeping still, they're going to be very confused because there's a lot of exposure, a lot of things awakening up. Like, look at the collective. We have the Death Tarot here, or the Death card, sorry. We do have it accompanied, we've got the Knight of Cups clarified by the Death here as well for the collective for the month of July. And it really, I get from this energy, it's like you know, the collective is waking up. There's a transformation, and they're kind of, they're transforming in ways that are really in link to, we got the cups here. Cups are relating to matters of the heart, certain emotions. So there can be a lot of high, it's like emotions running high for the month of July. Could be also a lot of sadnesses. I don't know if there's certain, let's say, earthquakes or maybe a tsunami that hits where it may take lives, but certain lives may be lost as well. With that Death card. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean actual physically death. This could be a transformation. So I think a lot of people are just letting go of old patterns and belief systems, and they're opening up to a greater understanding of seeing the whole picture here. But the month of July is really about Mother Nature. It's about Earth here. We have the Empress and the Strength. So it's kind of purging. It's almost like, you know how there's so many monoliths popping up, and it's almost like if those monoliths really represent almost like a cleansing. It's like Mother Earth is cleansing and shifting and adjusting and changing here. And while that's happening, there are certain things that are kind of brewing to the surface, which can result in things such as earthquakes, for example, or maybe a tsunami. So I'm just really getting that as being very strong. What I really see a lot of strong things in terms of the crystal ball that related to water and flooding and possibly earthquakes. I didn't see so much in terms of earthquakes, but I seen a lot more pertaining to water and maybe flooding or tsunamis of that matter. Now, if we look at overall the situation, the energy for July and Mother Earth, let's say, we've got that Ten of Swords, and this is like traumatic events, trauma happening. But it's also clarified with the Seven of Cups here. So we've got a lot of confusion, a lot of stagnancies I feel like are being lifted. It's like, you know, that saying as hitting rock bottom, right? So there is a transformation through this energy. It may not be a, you know, super amazing month ahead, but it's going to be very transformative. And this is about looking at things from a bigger picture as well, and seeing through the confusion, seeing through the lies, seeing through all the mist and the brain fog here. So for the near future here for the month of July, there's kind of like, you got that Ten of Cups here and the Four of Swords. It's kind of this reminder. It's big about connecting with your loved ones, the community around each other, and it's like helping each other out in times of need. It's the love, it's the support, it's developing those deeper connections with others around us, whether they're friends, whether they're families, or maybe even complete strangers. Because I feel like there's a big, like, if we look again in this advice here, we again have the Empress and the Seven of Cups, because there's going to be a lot of confused people. It feels like this month there's big news coming out, which what it feels like there's big news, or there's a big event happening that's really going to mix things up and confuse a lot of people. And whether that is just a message that comes out in the news or more of an event, which I'm getting something in terms of a shakeup with the earth. People are going to need that extra love, the extra lending hand here, okay? And again, it could be in relating to also finances here. People, there's disconnect. So I mean, I have said this before, I would recommend having some money on hand. There's nothing wrong with taking a bit of money out if that's something that's applicable or something that's doable for yourself. If you have a bit of a savings or a bit of a cushion for a rainy day, I do recommend having a bit of cash on hand here, because there is a bit of an energy where there could be a situation where ATMs could be down. I don't know if this is going to happen in the month of July or if it's going to happen, but I was in the past getting that energy that with the financial system, there's going to be a shift, and there could very much be a situation where everyone's running to try to get out money, but they can't. So just a bit of an advice to kind of I want to say have a few bucks on hand, even if it's only, 20 bucks, 100 bucks, like try to have a little bit of cash on hand if needed. You can always put it back into the bank. But again, please note, I am not a financial advisor. This is just all off of the energy of the tarot in this reading here. There was a phrase that Spirit kept saying as well. It was fear or goals, and it's kind of interesting because I think that through certain events that may be a little traumatic, there is some people that are going to kind of gravitate and more towards the fear. So what path are you wanting to go down? Where is the energy? Like, what energy are you radiating? Because remember that we are all paving our realities based off our energetic frequency right now. So, what is it that you're radiating? What's your frequency? What's your energy? Because if you're in a state of lack or a state of, say, that victim mentality, or you feel like the world's out to get you, you're going to continue to pull in that energy. So this is going to be, it feels like this month may be a little bit of a heavier month, a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos may be happening or going on, but there's just a message to push you and be there, like send love to everyone. I mean, if you guys are seeing synchronicities and signs for angel numbers, there's a lot about number fours coming out. This is change, guidance, justice, truth, character, love here. This is about protection. So it's kind of interesting because there was two cards that fell out and both have fours. So maybe fours means something to you specifically, but this is getting ready for good things that you've been hoping for. So putting your energy towards your ambitions and your universe, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. So it's interesting. The other one was 0440, and this is all about that gut feeling. Again, bringing it back to intuition, your increased perception here, following your gut, because it's more than just a feeling. So be real with yourself, be real with people, and focus on meaningful relationships as well. So those are two. Oh my gosh, what are the chances? A whole deck and all these fours are coming out? What? That's crazy. So 444. So blessing in disguise. I'm going to go over this one because I can't ignore it. This is obstacles, hardships, and strength. So interesting that that's what it feels like the month of July is all about, these certain obstacles that are being put out there, but even though there may be some difficulties ahead, it's pushing through because look at that. The earth, the collective, we have the strength. There's strength. We have that Leo energy. So if you're struggling or you're feeling lost, it's like help, send that helping hand, extend your hand if you want to kind of spread the love and just increase, just have being in that higher vibration and that sense of fulfillment and beaming your love and your heart out there is really going to help raise the frequencies and vibrations, whether you know it or not. But it's there's a message of hanging in there because there is better things ahead. There is a new cycle. There's a new start here coming. It's kind of interesting because if you look at number four in the realm of, spiritual meanings and what it can symbolize, it's really that air, fire, water, and earth. It's like the collaboration of others working together on structure, practicality. But when I think of those four elements, that's what I feel like the month of July is going to be like. It's all about the elements of earth. It's the water, it's the fire, it's the air. So it's going to be, I feel like, a little bit of a whirlwind month. Maybe there'll even be those tornadoes or whirlwinds of, you know, what is hurricane season. So all of those sort of, let's say, disasters, I feel like could have potentials to form in the month of July here. So it's kind of that, it's that feeling that also like pure attention, intention, your love, it can really open doors from the universe and make the impossible possible. So believe in, like, it's like deeply believing in yourself, believing in the goodness, and watch certain magic events happen and unfold here. Let's see if we can get a final message for the month of July. What do we have for the energy spirit for the month of July? Very nice. So we have, for one, the answers you need are coming. This is the full moon in Gemini. So it just really feels like there, whether it's shocking or not, there is certain answers or certain clarity that's coming out. Yeah, look at this. Conclusions are within reach. So there's communication coming out to the world that may be very confusing. There's certain situations coming out that may be mind-boggling or just shocking, but there's just this message to spread love to those around you. And expect a powerful change. Really beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the mini tarot and an overview of what I was getting through the crystal ball. I'm sending you guys all love and light wherever you are on your journey. And until next time, bye for now.